Ay, 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 ay.
Good afternoon, colleagues of Indonesa Gembira Cabinet. Today I would like to discuss about our tied-up contract with Jamu Gendong Company that will end in 2021. I was brooding over and had a thought to increase our stocks on Jamu Gendong facilities and to smelter the facilities domestically by encouraging it.
There should be repressive action to end up contract of work of Jamu Gendong Company so we can invest more. Our stock right now is about 7.77%.
Absolutely right. There's still so much stockpile of gold in Kalitem and Sarijodo Mine. Don't let the foreigner take our treasure while we got nothing.
I see. So what do you think, Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Mr. Buyung Upik?
I think it should be planned comprehensively by our team in Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. So,
Alright, Mr. Buyung, don't forget to coordinate with the others, with Mr. Jasuke, Ms. Sri, and thank you.
through this conference, I'm representing the government announcing to rescind regulation that must be implemented by all the companies. First, Government Regulation Number 1, 2017 as the fourth amendment from Government Regulation Number 23, 2010 concerning implementation of mineral and coal mining business activities. Second, Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources Regulation Number 28, 2017 as the amendment of Ministerial Regulation of Energy and Mineral Resources Number 5, 2017 concerning increasing mineral added value through domestic processing and refining activity.
Sir, can you please elaborate it all, sir? Sir?
Truly, the contract of work should be changed to special mining business license. Therefore, implementing it by 51% devastation gradually and build a smelter.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
The point is we committed to refuse against the change of contract of work to special mining business license. It clearly violates and rules out the contract of work, Article 31, verse 2, and we are ready to take this case to the International Arbitration. Thank you.
We would like to say thank you to Mr. Lee presence from Berharap Cuan Inc as the largest shareholder Jamu Gendong Company to negotiate with us. So, according to Minister Energy and Mineral Resources Regulation Number 28, 2017, government through Energy and Mineral Resources Ministry obligates Berharap Cuan Inc to change the license from contract of work to special mining business license. Then, implementing Government Regulation Number 1, 2017, this is devastating 51% and build a smelter.
We disagree that government decision because according to Article 31, verse 2, contract of work, there said, subject to the provision herein contained, this agreement shall have an initial term of 30 years from the date of the signing of this agreement. provided that the company shall be entitled to apply for 2 successive 10 years extension of such term and subject to government approval. The government will not unreasonably withhold or delay such approval. Such application by the company may be made at any time during the term of this agreement, including any prior extension. It means that we shall be entitled to apply for 2 successive 10 years extensions of such term, and we assume that the government withholds such approval intentionally by issuing the regulation, and it clearly violates our contract of work.
Unreasonably word is a very subjective and it has different interpretation. This is very ambiguous, Mr. Lee. We need to discuss it. For us, it all makes sense. The government always revises and reforms the regulation because of fiscal circumstances. Therefore, contract of work should refer to all the government regulation.
But this contract was already signed in 1991. That's supposed to refer to the regulation at that time.
Yes, that's right. The initial term from 1991 until 2020 did refer to the regulation at the time, indeed. But the extension should refer to the recent regulation.
We ask politely for Jamu Gendong Company to follow the recent regulation. We all know Jamu Gendong is a renowned and the country's largest gold and copper mining company.
Government Regulation number 1, 2017 is very detrimental, especially to build a smelter that will take much budget and time.
Those are the consequences of business, Mr. Lee.
This is so unfair. I think we need to take it to the International Arbitration. Actually, we don't want to, given that it's very disruptive to the operation of the company that will bring adverse impacts to the local people of Jaticongor. Oh, Jamu Gendong contribute 81 to GDP in Jaticongor and also contribute to the insertion to tax, royalty and customs.
That's also disruptive to the finance of the company, Mr. Lee. And by the way, we are ready to tackle those adverse impacts.
It will be better if this issue finished at this time, no need to be brought to the International Arbitration. It is certainly detrimental both sides.
Yes, it is detrimental both sides indeed.
Okay. So, our decision is not to revise the Government Regulation number 1, 2017 and the Ministerial Regulation number 28, 2017. This is final. We hope Jamu Gendong Company accept it. We are all sad if this case proceed to the International Arbitration, win or lose.
I'm representing Berharap Cuan Inc. as the largest shareholder of Jamu Gendong Company, big-heartedly accepting the government decision. Thank you.
We all appreciate for that, Mr. Lee. This agreement should be final and undebatable, so we need to discuss about this agreement further in details. We'll schedule the meeting later.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Gayus Novianto as the President Director of Jamu Gendong Company and Mr. Boba from Endo Smelting Company as a metal processing company owned by Jamu Gendong Company to build a smelter. Thank you for your presence, sir. Here we are gathered around for the continuation of our negotiation. So, according to the Government Regulation number 1, 2017, Jamu Gendong Company should divest 51% and build a smelter. Both should be done, but the smelter can be done instantly. Therefore, here we are, conducting negotiation for deadline. The government agreed to give 3 years.
We're asking 5 years based on our estimation.
This metal project is very expensive and the ROI is very low. It takes a long time. It's possible to disrupt the stability of the company. It may tax the company to the point of bankruptcy if it's not considered carefully. It cost $4 billion to make smelter in 3 years, but Jamu Gendong only afford it in $3 billion, so it needs 5 years.
Our internal team has done a deeply research, and the deadline is very well grounded.
Your research ain't enough without information about internal condition of our company. For the sake of our company, labor, and all the human resource within, 5 years is our best.
The government committed to accelerate the removal of concentration exports. We think that will be enough, given that the others only be given 2.5 years. We know a really big company like Jamu Gendong will build a big smelter and will take more time. So 3 years will be enough, sir.
We surely can afford it. We consider the $3 billion is the best we can spend. This is our limit of capability. It would be better if Mr. Boba lowering down the price.
$3 billion for 5 years is our best offering, Mr. Gayus. We have lowered it from $3.2 billion.
How about 4 years? I think it will be enough. Jamu Gendong as a really big company have to invest more to accelerate smelter construction.
It cost $3.7 billion.
4 years is okay, I think. But I'm demanding the lowering of concentrate export tax from 7.5% to 5%. I guess it's the fairest one. Do the government agree? And Mr. Boba, would you please lowering down the price to 3.5 billion? I guess it's the best for all of us.
Okay, I agree, but would you please choose Xin Frutang Bank to financing its $3.5 billion?
Got it.
I'm okay with that in case Endo Smelting involve 90% local people in smelter project. Could you afford, Mr. Boba?
Yeah, I think I go for it.
For the best and the fairest of us, will agree to deciding 4 years for smelter project of Jamu Gendong, starting with signing the agreement. But remember, there will be a sanction for any kind of delay.
Today is the historical day of Indonesia. CEO Berharap Cuan Inc, Mr. Lee, have agreed a memorandum of understanding with the Indonesian government on contract renegotiations. The historical contract of work has officially changed to special mining business license that constrained Berharap Cuan Inc, devastating 51%, and built a smelter, as the government committed to accelerate the removal of concentrate exports.
Are you satisfied with the agreement, Mr. Lee?
Sure. We are pleased to announce definitive agreements with Indonesia. This step marks another significant milestone toward establishing a new long-term partnership with Indonesia to provide long-term stability for Jamu Gendong operations. We look forward to a mutually positive and beneficial partnership that will continue to provide substantial benefits to all of us while generating attractive returns for our shareholders. Thank you.